Parents reluctant to immunise their children will soon find it even tougher to avoid the no jab, no play rule. Tough new changes are going through Parliament as families returning from holidays are reminded to ensure vaccinations are up to date.
On 18-month-old Louis' first day of childcare, it was hard to know who was more nervous. But there was one aspect Mum Renee Sinclair wasn't worried about.
I want to ensure that I send my child to somewhere that all children are vaccinated.
Renee had to provide proof to the Strathmore Children's Centre that Louis' vaccinations were up to date.
There are a lot of questions from parents as well. The questions are asked, how can we get away with it? If some parents have under the belief that my child will be on the spectrum.
Since introducing the no jab, no play law for children attending childcare or kindergarten, Victoria has achieved its highest immunisation coverage at 94.9% for children aged up to 5.
We were seeing really significant increases in things like whooping cough and measles. The only circumstances in which people have an exemption under this legislation is if there is a medical reason to do so.
Under changes going through Parliament, a statement from the Australian Immunisation Register will soon be compulsory to stop rogue doctors exempting some families.
That was really in response to seeing some people in the anti-vaccination movement from the medical fraternity to try and avoid the laws, and they were simply writing letters to childcare centres to say, oh, this child in my opinion can't be vaccinated.
The personalised statement can be downloaded from the MyGov website. Georgia Main, 7 News.
New guidelines are being rolled out in kinders and childcare centres to ensure accurate immunisation history is on record. Aimed at combating the influence of those who believe vaccinations are dangerous, the move is part of proposed reforms to the no jab, no play law. Stephanie Anderson explains.
A morning tea with toddlers. That looks delicious. And a pointed message for parents.
In Victoria, you will not get access to kindergarten or childcare if your child is not immunised.
With New Year enrolments in full swing, many early childhood and care centres are taking a tougher approach to the no jab, no play law.
Last year we could take letters from doctors and we had objections as well, but as of this year we are only taking the statements from MyGov.
Those statements outline a child's history taken from the Australian Immunisation Register. Reforms to make the document the only proof accepted are being considered by Parliament in response to the actions of anti-vaccination advocates like Dr John Peace, who's previously said he did nothing illegal after claiming to have helped families avoid immunisations. He's in the process of appealing the suspension of his registration.
It is in everyone's interest to make sure that we continue to fight the myth makers about vaccinations, and the only circumstances in which people have an exemption under this legislation is if there is a medical reason to do so.
Victoria's immunisation coverage has increased by more than 2% since the no jab, no play laws were introduced, with 94.9% of 5-year-olds now fully immunised, giving peace of mind to mums like Renee Sinclair, whose son Louis had his first taste of daycare today.
It ensures my confidence that he'll be safe and protected in this environment.
Stephanie Anderson, 9 News.